Right, welcome back everyone. New video today, and this is going to be a tool bag tour what I'm using at the minute in a commercial premises. Bit of industrial, and you could quite easily use this in a domestic area as well. So let's just get started with the pouch what I'm using at the minute. I gotta be careful because my makeshift stand's not the most stable. So if I can actually get that up, I've wedged it in there earlier. So okay, there we go. Watch that one fall over. Right, so in here, this is stuff I'm using like constantly every single day at the minute. So I just got a tracer tape measure, which is quite good because it extends and it stays out on its own. Then you click the button to then release it on that, and then a couple of tracer pens. Well, that's a pencil actually. Wicked they are, to be fair. Tracer pen, Nip X ergo strip. Your standard Weaver interchangeable screwdrivers with all the bits here, and then I got my little croppers. I just find myself using these constantly at the minute. They're just the best snips I think I've ever used. It's so easy to strip cables with. Klein knife as well. Just a little pair of cutters just to cut like zip ties and whatever. And then a K-Wheat digital multimeter. That's a nice bit of kit that is. I haven't used it much yet though. Again, more tracer pens, a ruler. I like to have these foldable rulers. This one's broke, but it's handy still to space like saddles out or whatever you're doing, I suppose. So that's handy to keep in there. And that's all I'm keeping in the pouch at the minute because I just keep this on my side and I don't really want it to be too heavy and weighing me down all day. But that's good for what it is, so we'll set that to the side now. Right, so start at the front of the bag. I just keep a bit of earth sleeving in that zip there. We undo that and that. Oh, that's my gloves gone. Keep a tripod if I do any time lapses or anything. Just a little fixing trays with any odds and ends, a couple of just random bits, Wago, screws, plugs, zip ties, you know, the standard stuff. Set that aside. We got also a magnetic tray that seems to pick up really every old rusty screw, but they're handy if you're working in either working on something with a lot of screws and little bits. You just chuck them all in there, and you know you've got safe then, and none of them are going to drop off the table. And that's just bits I've gathered up by the looks. But there. Then up here, I have another pocket lamp remover. Never use that now, really. Comb cutter, awesome bit of kit there. Constantly using that. If you haven't got one of these, definitely go and get one. We have dumpy, and it has spare bits inside, which I can show you. I think this is only like a £5. You keep all the bits in there, so that's a good handy little thing to keep in the bag. We'll also got up here some tester crocodile clips and some other little bits and bobs, which doesn't really matter. Let's close that up. There we go. Yeah, go on, we'll open the main part now, is it? So, that's where the fun begins. I used to keep everything was in my pouch in here as well, but I've kind of taken that out and I'm just keeping that on the side. It's like an extra part of the bag. So I've kind of filled it with other stuff now. So I just keep my screwdrivers down here, my Weaver interchangeable ones, MCB screwdrivers, which you've seen me use. Tester pen, more interchangeable screwdrivers, cutters, a magnetic thingy, whatever you want to call it, to get behind things to pick them up. One of those things costs like £2, but it pays for itself that once you need it, like. And to be fair, I've needed it a few times. Bosch knife, utility knife, Weaver 10 and 13, quite a common size that we use. Paint marker pen, 3.5 socket lug rethreader, handy again, a couple of quid, worth it when you need it. 2 pairs of, oh, I got someone at my door. And I am back. Sorry, a delivery. So where was I? Yeah, so I got 2 pairs of grips. I keep 2 pairs of these usually, but I found myself only needing 1 and then 1 flat pair. So these are the Nip-X ones. These flat teeth ones are wicked for plastic stuffing glands, if you know what I mean. And when you're doing your normal armoured glands, it saves you ripping the, you know, the corners off the gland. So they're handy to keep in there. Bush spanner, using that a lot in the minute with conduit. Always good to have. Pair of tin snips. I only bought these the other day because we're working on this job and there's a lot of partitions, metal partitions. We've had to cut a bit of it, so they're handy. Only like a tenner. I've had this year is a bashing Klein screwdriver. Just whack crap out of it. Basically, it does lift floorboards, smash it. Like you see, bent. Jesus Christ! I didn't realise it was that bad actually. Plus bent as shit. Fluke test meter. Obviously, everyone should have a test meter. That's a good one. I've had that since I was apprentice. So that's a good, I would say, 4 or 5 years old now. Still going strong. What else we got? File. I had a funny story. I had to cut that down to fit in an old bag. So I don't know if you can see it on there. You can see where I've cut it down. But it still works a treat. The Bosch, you've probably seen me use this before and on Tom's videos. The electric screwdriver. Handy for when you're doing a lot of like sockets or saddles. Actually, I'm using it on the minute just to undo the screws from the saddles. Junior axe saw right here. Small hammer. You'll never see me carry a big hammer because I never need one. This small hammer does everything. I'm sure this was like a £5, and I've had this years and it's still going. The handle sometimes comes off, which I won't be able to do now, but yeah, still a handy tool. Set square. Only a little one does the job, you know. Don't always need a big one. It is handy to have a big one, but it's nice and easy to store a little one in here. That's a backhoe one, that is, if you wanted to know. These, right, these are great concept, but I never find myself using them. I don't know why. It's just because they seem bulky when you're in boxes or whatever, but I think if you get the hang of them, they are something you just use constantly. So obviously you've got the stripper sizes, long nose pliers, a pair of grip things, shears. So they're a great idea and they are a good tool, but I just never find myself using them. Maybe I should just try and start getting used to them a bit more. Pad saw, I won't bother getting that out. What else have we got? Keep this Bosch Bit Set. This is for the electric screwdriver actually, if I can. There we go, and it's just all nice bits. Handy to keep in the bag, to be fair. They just tuck down inside, they don't come out often. Get in there. So that's pretty much the front. Oh, we got these bits actually. I may as well show you what we got in here. Oh, that's a wig up. Armoured slice. These are very hit or miss or on a lot of people. I use it constantly. I have for years. When you get used to it, you'll never go back type of thing. But what else we got here? Don't fall. Do not fall. Right. I got a little ratchet set. I bought this when I was an apprentice by a carpenter who was working with us, and I still got it now, but I got a couple of bits missing, which I do need to refill. Again, this is a tool. When you need it, it comes in handy. You have like a little socket set, you can put on the ends of it. And look, we used to use it a lot in motors. I don't know if a lot of you see motors inside motors. You have like a little nuts inside that you need to get on, and it's perfect for that. So I keep that in the bag always as stuff is falling out. Bad as well, I don't know why that's in there, but it's staying there for now. What the hell keeps falling out? Right, what's in this bit? So what have I got here? Danger 230 volt signs. Don't use them very often, now and again. And 400 volts. Some, come on, DeWalt PZ2 bits. I think that's it in there, to be fair. This bag you can definitely store too much in and it gets stupidly heavy. I'll just drop more stuff again. It can fit so much in there that you find you're just filling the pockets with stuff you don't really need, and then you're pretty weighing you down. At the minute, it's probably a little bit heavier than what I need it to be but I'm happy because I have everything in there that I need, so it's worth it. So that's the front pretty much done. So let's zip that up. Second. Right, we'll turn to the side and hopefully nothing. That's breaking my. Yep, I think I just broke my coffee table. Oops. Yeah, we're good. Tracer pencil again with replacement leads and some more tracer pens. I keep a Spider-Man on there because it's my son's favourite Marvel character, and he just bangs on about Spider-Man all the time. What do you want to watch? Spider-Man. So just keep one of them on there. Let's do the back now. Oh, I have definitely broke that. It's not a bad design, but something I do want to say is they put a hook on there. I don't know what's taking the weight of this bag, but whatever it is, it has to be like a metal beam or some sort, because I wouldn't trust hanging this bag on anything. So let's get it open. Ooh. Right. Keep a Bosch drill in here. Just handy go-to quick things. Obviously I'm going to do the big stuff, but it's handy to have. Then several drill bits at the top, 10mm spanners, mirror, small adjustable, backhoe set with all bits in for my drill. Oh, this I want to talk about. Got this. I don't know if where everyone lives, they have a shop called What, but it's basically where they do a lot of cheap stuff and they do some cheap tools. And I picked this up there from like £2, but it's this perfect size to do like 50mm trunk in, so you can just grab it out, mark what you're doing, and then that'll be days for like £2, and it just sit inside there, lovely. Klein magnetizer, that's handy. Again, another one of those tools. When it's there and you got it and you need it, perfect. Foldable ruler, you've seen me use that. Always good for spacing, level. Nut runners, again, these was back in when I used to do a lot of motors, etc., or working with a lot of 17mm stuff. So basically you can put a nut in there and use it as a screwdriver, handy to speed things up. What else we got? Another, I think that's a paint marker actually. Yeah, so a tracer paint marker. I only got these the other day, but how nice are these? I just love the look of them, like, just so sexy as Allen keys. I lost like 2 of my other ones and it was stressing me out, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go and buy a set of these. They were like on offer in Tool Station for like 20 something quid, so got some of them. There's some Imperial ones behind there as well. So let's get that back in, if I can. There we go, that'll do. Star bits. Again, only a cheap set, but you will need them at some point, so definitely keep a set in your bag. Pair of conduit cutters and trunking cutters, handy, very worthwhile, and definitely go and buy some, because when you're working a lot with conduit or trunking, it just makes your cut a lot neater than it is with a hacksaw, and it's quicker, so it's definitely worthwhile getting a pair of them. And then you have all different attachments, which I keep down in there. So let's lob that back in. Weir set, I think this came out with a calendar about 3 years ago, I want to say, maybe 4. Same concept as my little backhoe set really, but just a bit bigger, and you've got some precision bits as well. So that's a nice little set to keep in the bag. Get that back in there. Kachunka, that's what I call them. Don't know the actual name of them. Punchdown tool, whatever you want to call it. You may have seen this in Tom's video a few times. This is for like RJ45 ends. Good bit of kit. Whatever, you see there. And then down in here, if I can pull it out, I keep some hole saws, or just handy down in the bag, and obviously they fit in my drill that I carry with me. So if I get it, we'll get it back in a bit. What have we got down here then? So let's look at some Bosch multi-purpose bits, and then a bunch of spanners. Basically, it's 19, 17. They're fake and ones that I'm using, and some other little bits. Nothing important. Put them back in there, and then in this one, got a bit of spray. So see on site, you get a bit sweaty sometimes. So it's always worth to carry a bit of that around you so you don't smell, because no one likes that. Head torch. We all know how handy a head torch is. That's a Unilight one. That's the battery version. I do need to get a recharged version. Lock off kit as well. We all know how important safety is. So that's that really, the back of the bag. So there's not much left. So if I just chuck that back in and that back in. There we go. I'll do for a minute. And let's shut that up. I've got one side left to show you, I believe. Oh, heavy. If I had a weighing scales, I would weigh it for you to let you know how much it weighs, but my guess would be 25, close to 30 kilos maybe. Another tape measure, just keep that one outside the bag. Phase tapes, socket, the socket holder as well, socket tester, sorry. I broke my foldable ruler, but I just use this one when I'm doing conduit. It's got, I don't know if you can see that, basically the degrees on there. So if you want to set it to like 45, turn it to there, put that up against your conduit, you can get your bend then correct. Glove clip, screwdriver bit, and lastly a deburrer. So this is handy for your conduit to ream it out so there's no debris on it. But I think that's it really in my everyday bag. So I just, when I get aside, chuck this on my back, then chuck the pouch on my tool belt, and that's me sorted for the day. Also, I've got my drills in another box. But let me know what you guys think on this. I hope some of you have seen some tools that you like and want to get. I'll leave some of the tools in the description or something for you. But yeah, leave your comments on any tools you think I should get or need, or something I don't know about. I've got a couple more coming. I've ordered the Armag bit it's for roofers, so you can plane your impact and screw up roofers a lot quicker, sorry. But yeah, other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Right, everyone, bit of a different one, yeah? I am off to a business event, is that what you want to call it?
Yeah, networking event.
Networking event with my buddy. He goes to them quite often. I've never been there, don't even know what it is. But it's a way of interacting with a lot of people, looking for the same. I'll let you explain it actually.
So it's basically just
I gotta try and hold. Oh my god,
it's just the property networking event. So there'll be business owners there, landlords there, property investors. It's mainly property related, but there's also trades there as well. So it's good for James to come along, electricians, wise, builders, carpenters, solicitors, accountants, anything within the property related world. Everyone just goes there, speaks to each other, and yeah, just network, build your network that way.
Yeah, so I'm just going down here. You never know who you might meet, who you might speak to. So it's worth, I think it's usually like about £20 an event, isn't it?
Yeah, £20, you get some tea and coffees and see some speakers, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go tonight. Obviously that's when I'm dressed up a little bit. Don't happen often. Yeah, speaking to some people, see what people's got to say. And you just never know, it could be that one person that I might have the right links, connections to something that can help you grow, or you know, to make a start somewhere. So I think when you're going self-employed, you kind of need to be open-minded and be willing to talk to new people and make those connections, because it's only going to come back and help you. Everyone I've spoken to throughout my career, I've always stayed in contact with. I've never lost contact really with anyone. I think that's the best way to go, because you never know when you might need that person. I'm not saying use people, that's not what I'm trying to get across. Is more of, you know, just be nice to everyone and they'll be nice back. And I think with this, where I'm going tonight, it's the same concept. Just get chatting to people, and then you just don't know where it's going to lead to. But another thing I wanted to speak about was how much do you guys charge? Well, if you're self-employed guys anyway, how much do you charge working for a company? I guess it's going to differ between regions and areas and like demand of work. But as you lot know, who's been following me, I'm currently self-employed for a company, and I just want to get a gauge of what people's pricing strategy is, because I went through all my expenses and how I do it. I basically work out my monthly costs and how much I basically need to earn no matter what each month to stay afloat and live, basically. And what I was earning, it's been changed a little bit now, was not enough, because I worked out that I was just enough to pay everything and save a little bit, but it was nowhere near what I needed. Obviously, being self-employed, you've got to pay for your own holidays, your own PPE, everything. So I spoke to the guys and they've offered me a bit more money, but I just want to get a gauge what you guys are getting paid or what you'd expect to be paid, so I can have a rough idea. So I'll catch you when I may. I'll try and get some pictures or something there. Like I said, I don't have a clue what it's like, but catch you in a bit. Right, we are done and we are on our way home. It is 9:15 and I gotta be up at 10 to 5 in the morning. So, and we're not getting back till 10. So that's good. Yeah, really good. Definitely recommend it for any tradesmen, any property investors, property develop, anything to do with property. I recommend it. It was good for me, as in I was the only tradesman there, and everyone here owns HMOs. Like I said, they're all landlords. So as soon as I said that I was an electrician, I had 3 people come up to me. Oh, have you got a business card? Can you come and look at this? Because at the minute it's a lot of cry out for electricians, tradesmen, and I'm in a room full of people who need them, and people who need to get things done for law to stick within regulations. So yeah, it was really good. I obviously knew Joel here. I knew another bloke who kind of runs it a little bit. He used to be my football coach as well, so that was always handy. Kind of put me on the spot. Everyone had to stand up for 20 seconds and basically say who they are, what you do. So I was a bit, but it was fine.
That's good practice.
Yeah, it's good practice. Good. You go in, you start just speaking to random people at first. I find it very awkward. I was like, stood there like, I don't know what to do. I just grabbed a cup of tea and then stood by Joel while he's talking to someone. But yeah, in the end, it was really good. I got talking to a couple of people. You hear other people's stories and what they're doing, and you just get a general understanding of a bit more of property development and people's stories, because there's 2 people that talk in every session, if you want to call it a session.
Yeah, every meeting is such.
And it was like one kind of like a motivational speaker as such, and the other one basically just explained how he started from being a plasterer to what he is now, and he's running
his own developments.
Yeah, running his own developments and his own projects. So it's nice to hear other people's stories and other people's success as well. And obviously I'm going in a different direction to what these guys are going into. What is this nut doing? See what I do? Some guys just fancy walking across the road. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend it. I don't know if can I give it the name in the video?
What, the event?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a PIN. So
PIN, I'll use it. PIN.
Property Investors Network event.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's one run in most cities, one every month, and then yeah, it's just a good event to go to. First one's free, which is ideal.
Yeah.
Get a feel for it.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be going next month, just for those contacts and getting to know people. I'm assuming there'll be new people there, different people.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's different for me because I'm like kind of the only tradesman there, and people are like, it's something different in the room that people are looking for. So yeah, it was a good night. on our way home, get a sleep, and back up in the morning for the graft.
Back to the graft.
So, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of a longer one, and you've heard me blab on a little bit, but some of you might find this interesting, or just turning self-employed, or starting their own business, or even if you've got your own business, it might be something that's worth just going to, having a look. So yeah, catch you next one. See you in a bit.